Besides that, we should be good. All right, man, we're live.
All right, all right.
Yeah, we was live.
All right, first things first, gotta send out that link. Y'all should totally do the same because we broke boys, we're trying to make it.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, I should really work on these before I start streaming.
I mean, yeah, but it makes it authentic.
It does make it authentic. Live with
And plus, everyone who's listening right now can hear the grind that we're on right now.
the grind. Tag. I almost tagged the wrong Sean.
Bruh.
All right. So, how you gentlemen doing? You doing okay?
Pretty
I
good.
am holding up. Hope you guys are doing well.
Now that I figured out I figured out how to work this thing, but now that I'm in the call, I'm feeling much better.
Yo, same. I've been slacking. I've been meaning to get on this stream grind. I can't talk stream grind for a hot minute. But yeah, man. Oh damn, this is Chillstream number 2, right?
Yes, it
Mhm.
is. Well, yeah, because our first Chillstream 1.5 didn't go, or 1 didn't go so well.
Yeah, 1 was a shit show.
It wasn't so much that, it was just, I don't know, just life just kind of got in the way of that one.
Oh,
But the
Think of
work
it
was
like a
done.
verbal first draft.
Yeah.
I agree with that statement. All right. I forgot to post it on the Twitter. Oh, welcome night.
Join the chill stream.
All right. After we're done all this.
Yo,
crap.
you know what we should do one day? Like, just straight up on what we're doing a live stream. Just at a bunch of random celebrities and see if they listen.
That's how you get fucking deleted.
It depends who.
You know who needs to add
I
my
mean,
shit?
if you're going at certain members of the Church of Scientology, yeah, we're going to be shut down and have some
Bruh.
Actually, out of all the like the culty religions out there, I think Scientology is the most mundane one.
It's fairly mundane, but it's kind of creepy. Cause like story time. What is it? Me and one of my friends, Ryan. I think I told you this, Rob. But
Did you?
what is it? We went up to New York. Just felt like going to New York because we ain't been in a while. We were walking around, and this one lady. What is it? I'm a psych major, so she was like, "Oh, free personality test." I'm like, "Okay, cool. That's right up my alley."
Bruh.
So she was like, "Oh, at this so and such building." All right, immediately sketched out, but okay. A little adventure. As we're walking down the street, Ryan just like gets this really bad panic look on his face, and I'm like, "Uh-oh." And he's like, "Dude, we gotta get out of here. This is a Scientologist." I'm like, "Who?" Because I never knew what it was.
Bro.
I've heard about it, but I never experienced it for myself. So like, what is it? Because me and Ryan being nice to these people, we decided to go inside their place of business, and like it's kind of creepy because everyone was smiling. Like it was like no one had like a mute face. It was even when you weren't looking at them, they were just smiling.
They were happy to be Scientologists and shit, fam.
I didn't even know what it was. It was just creepy. So yeah, me and Ryan made some really horrible lie that we totally got called out on. But yeah, we was like, okay, we're done here. We left.
Wait, they deadass called you out in a lie?
Yeah, like what is it, Ryan? Well, Ryan made the bad lie. I tried to co-sign, not knowing what the heck he was talking about. He was like, "Oh, we have a concert thing to go to at the PlayStation, the was it the Xbox or PlayStation place? The what was like the it's not a Coliseum, the stadium, PlayStation Stadium."
Uh-huh.
And what is it? She was like, "Oh, I didn't know they were having one today." And me being me, because I try to co-sign and get the heck out of anything. I was like, "Oh yeah, I think it's about to start fairly soon, so we gotta, hop in that line." And she's saying that she's like, "Oh really?" She pulled out the phone
Damn!
and she was like, "Oh, what show was it?" I was like, "All right, well, I've been caught." I tried to be nice. I'm done here. I'm just leaving because now you're just being creepy. Like you creepy before, now you're being like that creepy ex that won't go away. So I'm gonna leave now.
Dude, Scientologists don't play. Watch, they're gonna be all up in our DMs now.
I mean, hey, if they really wanna pull us onto their side, share us out, give us more coverage, then maybe I'll join. Maybe I'll consider it. Seeing how cool you guys are.
You know,
Just maybe. But yeah. Ugh.
I heard that they put like new recruits on a boat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yo, I just peeped. Sean wasn't in the car.
What happened to him? I thought he was there.
I thought he was here too. What happened? Hold on.
Sean. Where'd you go, Sean?
Hold on, let's see what's going. Bro, what happened?
I would say I just hit the wrong button, but let's just go and blame Scientology.
It's Scientologists, man. Hold on, let me get back in here. Dude, dude, that's funny as shit.
What happened?
Scientologists, man.
Yo, they just attacked.
We just
All right, forget it. No, I'm not joining your stupid crew. Get out of here. Go away.
And it's weird because I'm a Freemason, so you think I would have some crew like rolling up on this.
Yo, that's why they attacked. They looked at your background, Sean. They said Freemason. Oh hell no! Get out of here.
And he's an ordained minister. Holy fuck! No, this guy's got to go.
You know, that's probably exactly why they took it down.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, you know what? It's one thing for these random Joe Schmoes to be sitting there talking about fuck all, but nah, there's a Freemason there, so nah, fuck that. But you got any Freemason stories of trying to take over the world?
Due to the oaths I take, I cannot disclose that much info.
Really?
Yes. However, I can vouch it's not as one-minded as someone would think. For example, the man who got me into Freemasonry, he openly was a Trump supporter. But it was interesting because he was saying, I will never let that man in my home, but, you know, I'm voting for him. And I'm like, why, as a Freemason, would you vote for a guy to take over the country but not allow him in front of your family? That doesn't work. But at the same time, there are people of the Masonry that are completely hardcore Democrats and third party. I can vouch with the information that as long as you believe in one entity and that you don't share your views openly in certain buildings, it's more accepted. If that makes sense.
I mean, that's pretty fucking intense. Like, so, let me get this straight. I'm a little dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, as long as you're quiet about it, your beliefs, it's cool to have them. Like, they don't heavily enforce that shit.
Yeah, pretty much. It's as long as you chill about, like, if you end up befriending some of the brethren, and you just small talk. Oh yeah, I hate Donald Trump. He's a Cheeto that looks like he fell on the floor and got soggy. But like if you casually talk like that, that's fine. But if you're in the lodge in itself and you openly start talking politics, that is a big no-no. The same thing with religion. It's no one wants to hear. If you chill with some of the brethren, yeah, you could talk about whatever if you're just shooting shit. But if you are actually going to say, oh yeah, God is good, God is great, what has Allah done recently? Like, ooh, no.
Shit.
I'm sorry, that line made me laugh. God is good, God is great. What has Allah done recently? The transition of a conversation. It's just, all right, we're having that one today. All right, cool. No, that's what you. But no, I understand you. I actually that's fairly kind of cool. I'll give you that.
Rob can vouch. I am the story guy. If you guys want some either interesting or fucked up or weird or sexy stories, I got plenty.
I definitely can verify. I have heard
Bruh.
I have heard of many a story. But here's a real question though. What? Because this oath really piqued my curiosity. What oath did you take? Like, can you read?
Here. Like,
is it a blood oath? Like, did they make you eat a baby? Like,
the following I can only disclose certain information. Now, I can say a lot of this you can find online. There will be contradicting articles, though, but some of them are the true stuff. So, with that said, there are certain oaths to take as you progress in the levels of masonry. And again, a lot of this you can find online. I cannot vouch as if all lodges are the same. The fact that you can lose some clothing for some of the oaths are true. You're not buck naked. Maybe. Things like goat sacrifices and blood orgies, not true.
so the fun shit's not true.
bruh.
Well, hang on. Because there were different lodges and different types, but also in different countries. I have on good authority that lodges in Ireland and Scotland, if you are a Freemason, there is a good amount of power. I was told in one of the lodges, I don't know if it was the main lodge or a lodge coinciding, a transfer Freemason was treated like a high-ranked government official. There were maids waiting on him, apparently.
Really?
Like he was pampered. Oh, yes. There's a lot to go on, but actually I can vouch. Being a Freemason and Freemasonry isn't as secretive as it used to be, just because Freemasonry is a bit dying out. They're actually a bit more open about it. There's Facebook pages, there's billboards, like... In order to get in, it's still the same thing. Either you have a relative that's a Freemason, or a Freemason recognizes you for your deeds and invites you. And then you gotta pay a certain fee. And yeah.
Okay. So would you, out of curiosity, would you be able to, which I probably said like 5 times now, get me or Dan to join? Dan probably won't because Dan's a coward.
He who runs away lives to fight another day. That's what I have to say.
Very true. Would you be able to get me to join? Like,
to an extent.
Yo,
And
bro, I got you. All you gotta do is say we give out free cheeseburgers. with no pickles. You get set. You have Rob already.
Rather, it would have to be within your local lodge. So whatever lodge would be the closest to you, I can vouch that you are someone who has done good deeds, but it would be in getting in contact with your local lodge. Then the paperwork. The paperwork I would sign, one member from their lodge would sign, and that, hey, we recognize this. Then you are offered. And then you got to pay, I think it was like $365 or something, to get in. And once when you're in, then you start the oaths, then you start the levels and everything. And the higher you go in levels, the more you learn.
Okay. That's fucking intense. All right, so
remember that. Well, I will also say,
what's up?
That's just Freemasons. Now, there's organizations that are part of the Freemasons, but there's more. As you could get high in ranks as a Freemason, but then you can upgrade to the Shriners, which is basically the fraternities of a college campus. That's where all the fun clubs are and everything. But you can upgrade to the Scottish Rite. And once you go up there, I have not gone up there because I've been told that it is boring as all. But also I can't afford it. But the Scottish Rite, you're given even more vast of knowledge and secret knowledge and different histories. I actually have on me the Freemason Bible. Holy fuck, is it big and huge. Like, it weighs a ton. It's like the biggest Bible I've seen. And that's all I could say about this.
God damn. What's your thoughts on this, Dan?
I was like, okay. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm low-key cheap. So when you said $300, oh, ooh, did they got a payment plan with that? Like,
well, honestly, like in retrospect, $300 isn't that bad because I paid like $600 just for my voice acting classes. So it's not that bad.
True.
It's something you could save up for.
Dude, I'm gonna join the Freemasons. Watch. Calling it now.
Okay, never mind. Okay, no, I was about to say, wait, aren't you like a father? Like, what's that title thing that you have? But it's like astrophysics or something like that.
Oh yeah, it was we actually didn't purchase the title yet. We've been meaning to, but it was like, it was father and doctor of metaphysics or some shit like that.
Metaphysics, that's what it was. I forgot.
But those are like titles you can just buy, and they're not even that expensive either. But yeah, like I said,
I do plan on getting one of those so I can be Dr. Dan.
Dr. Dan.
It'd be lit. Like, literally be doctor. It's gonna be awesome.
No, I want to get the title father. Because there's just, a lot of jokes you can pull on that, mostly with chicks who have daddy fetishes.
Bruh.
Which is like every chick now, for some reason.
Call me father.
But, yo, all right.
Alright.
I got another question, Sean. Because you have piqued my curiosity. I've been curious before, but now that I have you trapped,
bruh, I have you trapped within the confines of this call.
with the supreme authority that YouTube has granted me with this stream.
What,
Are
you
there
ready to
like
talk smack about the Amish?
talk smack about the Amish? That is something.
No, I got some shit on them, but go on.
But we'll get into that
Bruh.
later. We'll get into that later. Because that is also something I'm curious about.
I'm sorry, that's pretty funny. The Amish, good God.
Yo, dude, I mean, some fucked up shit be happening with the Amish. But are there golden artifacts just chilling in these Mason lodges?
Let's see. There are unique tools and things that some could consider artifacts that can be used.
You hear that, Dan?
That's a good word. I can also tell you this. If you guys want, plan a trip to Philly. They have a Grand Lodge there. It's a historic one. And they do tours. They'll show you, like, here's all the different meeting rooms where people can have their meetings, hold weddings and shit. And, like, it's historic. You can see the majority of the tools that they use there in their meetings, and you learn, like, hey, George Washington, Ben Franklin, they were dope ass Masons and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
So being a Mason is inherently like a sign of greatness, is it?
If it was a sign of greatness, I think I would be doing so much better with my life. But a lot of great people are known to be Masons.
I mean, that's kind of lame because, like, wait, they don't help you out or nothing?
They do, but I'll phrase it like this. If I ask for certain help, I could get some certain help. If I'm asking, hey, can someone just get me a new job? It's gonna have some talking to and seeing who may be hiring, which Freemasonry owns a business, and if they're hiring, kind of thing. If it's, hey, can you get me a seat in government? That's a bit more difficult. Now, I can say, if I go and say, hey, can you get me topless photos of women that I know you photograph? Yeah, a bunch of them will just bring in their material, but oh yeah, and a bunch of, at least some of the Freemasons I know, oof, pervy old men. But it all depends on what is able and what's available, I should say. Getting a lot of money, no. Getting help changing a tire, yes. It's not as hyped up as movies have made it seem, or TV shows.
Oh, that's a little disappointing.
But this is also just based on my personal experience with my local lodge and all. For all I know, maybe once I get into the Scottish Rite, maybe there's more available access and more things I can dip my fingers into. But I cannot say on that yet.
Okay.
That I will say that's actually pretty kind of cool. Like I can't deny that. But I will say one thing I am liking it. It's like you're saying from your point of, like from what you've experienced, you know, certain things are able. But like, you know, if you get into the more like the I guess higher ranking or the more ones that have been around more that have the good connections, it's like get that. I mean, I had to say kind of like a good golden ticket, I guess. I mean, it's not the best phrase, but you know, an easier opportunity at things.
It has certain privileges.
Yeah.
No, I can't say with Freemasonry, it's no longer something that's affiliated as a whites only thing. There are multiple people of color. Also, if that's it, I can vouch.
Ah, so our black asses have a chance.
I mean, there's some in my lodge, so yes.
Okay.
I can say, if a cop pulls you over and they are a Freemason and they see that you have a Freemason sticker on your car or magnet or something, and that you prove that you're a Freemason, there's better chances that your punishment won't exactly be severe.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's like having one of those
family of police type thing.
yeah, one of those like
Think of it-
details.
Think of it best like the Simpsons episode of the Stonecutters.
That was actually a really good episode.
It was.
Hmm.
Again, not as hyped, but a good premises.
All right. That's actually not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wow, that's pretty cool. But and I was like, huh. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the type to be like no money grubbing, but it's like, so to help you get a good job, and obviously it can help with the authorities and stuff like that. If you break the speeding rules, but can they do you get like certain benefits like with housing? So let's say a poor person wants to join in. Obviously they don't have the money to join completely, but they want to try or do their part to earn their stripes to get in. Is there a way around it? Is there a way that they could, I guess, get in? I'm just saying,
What?
I mean, from obviously from your experiences.
So, also based on my experiences, it's also a matter of who you know. Someone who isn't a Freemason can still get a lot of Freemason, almost free, good Freemason level helpings if they know the right Freemason.
Okay.
If they're good buddies with them, they aren't a Freemason themselves, but they're really good friends with a Freemason, and that Freemason might be able to have a lot of certain access to certain things. Yeah, they can help the other person out.
Sorry.
side note, yo, what's good, Doel?
Oh crap.
Nah, he was in the chat. I had to say what's good to my homie.
Sorry, I almost just kind of choked. I'm drinking some soda. Sorry. Good to you.
Yeah, I could go for a Coke right now. Real talk.
Real talk, I'm used to hearing people choke on liquids while I speak, so anyway.
Bruh.
All right, so this isn't an enter to the wokeverse thing. We'll pry more when we get into the wokeverse and we're tapped in fully. I'm just trying to chill.
Then I guess you should just bring me back onto the damn show, huh?
Oh, I'm definitely having you back on. You
have no idea of the shit show you are about to be unleashed upon.
I will say I feel as though the wokeverse works in many ways, because think about it, Rob. The wokeverse, when you tap into it, it's like you're if let's say you already tap into it, of course, and you're you walking around, you're doing the woke warrior stuff, you're analyzing things in a completely different way. I mean, kind of like how Sean is explaining how the Freemasons are. There's certain things, if you know the right person, or if you get woke enough, hey, it can help you out. That's kind of how it happened with this show.
That's very true.
I was woke, Rob was woke, and here we are having this show on live stream. It's pretty lit, my guy. And then we also got what is it? Other famous woke warriors like Jim Carrey. He's woke beyond belief, my guys.
Yo, man, Jim Carrey, man. I wish that thing came out. Like the video we made for Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna revisit it, and we'll have a whole, not expose, but a coverage of Jim Carrey and his descent into wokeness.
Descent into wokeness. That sounds more menacing than it actually is.
Yo, what's good, John?
Johnny's here. Johnny's here.
Side note, if y'all homies didn't like it already, be sure to like the stream.
It helps out with our analytics, and it gives Mike a tougher time in his job. Mike's our analytic guy. I had to get super close to the mic because, I don't know, fuck it.
Because why not? Because I can, that's why.
Bro, if y'all gonna put hashtag woke, I hope you're sharing it with that hashtag. I'm not starting it, but if y'all start it, I support it.
I feel like there's already a hashtag going on.
Yo, side note, hold on, before we continue, I just want to point out how the wokeverse works in very mysterious ways. I hopped on Twitter real quick because, man, I want more woke warriors on our Twitter, so I'd be sure to tweet while we're streaming. I don't do it that well, but fuck it. Yo, I looked up the hashtag Scientology. I just want everybody to know. Ron Hubbard, I think that's his fucking name. His birthday is today. And I'm just saying, we talking about that little bit of Scientology. It's his birthday. The wokeverse got the cheat codes, fam.
And Rob wonders why. I call him sometimes like 2 or 3 in the morning, freaking out because I delved too deep. And yet, lo and behold, I tell one story, and it's homeboy's birthday. Oh, lucky.
I do also want to say, this one time when I was having sex with this girl, I named her vagina woke, so that way I could just tap into the woke and just be woke all the time.
Bruh! That is straight goals now.
Waters.
Hey, I was deep into woke. What can I say?
I feel sorry for the next vagina I'm gonna decimate, bro.
Bruh.
Well, your body pillow should arrive in 3 days, right?
Oh, did you order me one?
Alright, so since you guys are enjoying story time, how about I tell you folks about the Amish?
Yes, actually, tell us about the Amish. Wait. No, don't tell us about the Amish.
Don't tell about the Amish?
Not yet. I mean,
Not yet.
It's not like I'm scared of the Amish. How would they see this video? So I already have the technological upper hand. But no, Ron Hubbard, he's the guy who he created Scientology.
Yeah.
And he was like a science fiction author or some shit like that.
Yeah, he has a string of science fiction novels of end of days, outer space, finding new planets and stuff, and eventually and they have actually a really good movie based off of it. And basically, yeah, his fiction became his fact, if you will.
Nah, facts. I was walking around Main Street over here, and it was me and my boy Manny, and Manny could verify.
Shout out to Manny.
Shout outs to Manny. We were just walking around. I forget what exactly we were doing, but we were making a lot of Team 4-Star references or some shit like that. And then we get stopped by these two people dressed up in suits and shit, right? It was sketch right from the jump. But like you said, Dan, the sketchiest part about them is that they were always cheesing hard as hell.
I told you. Creepy.
And yeah, it was super creepy. And I remember they legitimately stopped us, hand on us and everything, bro. And they asked us the same question, hey, would you guys like to take a personality test? It's free. And, you always got to restate that it's free. It doesn't cost anything. And, you get to find out more about yourself. Also, we have this program that... And she was just going on. And I'm just standing there oh, man. This is a cult. I had no idea what it was. But I saw it. I was like, yo, this has to be some kind of cult. Or they're planning on kidnapping us. And I'm a big-ass dude. So if you kidnapping me and you're doing it with confidence, that's scary.
And you're doing it with confidence.
That's terrifying. So we're just talking with them. And they're sitting there trying to push this personality test on us. And then eventually I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't believe in astrology. And they was like, well, this isn't astrology. Like, it's just a very simple personality test. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then
just like, I don't know.
I just started walking away. Just, I don't know. I don't know. And we managed to escape them, but they were very persistent.
I'll give them that. They are persistent. They'll keep talking.
So,
like, a lot.
I don't know. I'd be down to take a personality test and have my, what do they believe in? Metachlorians or some shit like that? Like, have my metachlorians checked out?
No, that's over in Australia, bro.
Is that over in Australia?
Yes, the Jedi Order is, like, the Jedi religion is a thing in Australia.
I heard it's a thing in, like, the UK, too.
Unless, I mean, it might have grown. People love Star Wars, so.
That's pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie. But now let's talk about the Amish, because I'm very curious what a bunch
Let's talk about the Amish.
A bunch of
it makes me laugh.
A bunch of people without technology. I'm very curious what kind of shit they could get into.
All right. So there are different sections of the Amish, there's different turfs, and I will say, if you believe Amish Mafia, you are an idiot.
Oh, they don't exist?
Well,
sorry,
I mean, like, the show, like, because I used to work at a place called Shady Maple, which was, like, headquarters to the Amish, Mennonites, and Russians. And they will easily be like, hey, take these buggy tours. You can meet so-and-so from the Amish Mafia show. Like, and a lot of them will admit, no, we were just actors for it. Like, they had nothing else to do, so they just acted on a show. Now, I cannot vouch for all Amish communities, but the Amish communities that I have interacted with and have heard from and heard stories of, this is their stories. So, plenty of Amish. They're pretty darker than what other people have made them out to be. Yes, they do abuse animals. And again, not all, but there are Amish that do abuse animals, especially horses. If they breed them, they walk them, and when a horse collapses, that's it for the horse.
Damn.
They have no problem beating the shit out of a kid. Like, they will. This following came from a co-worker who was raised in an Amish family and left. And corporal punishment did include stripping basically like half naked and beating them with a belt over the back. And yes, just like any other humans, there's a lot of sexual abuse that happens in the Amish community. As well, incest. Now, the incest actually makes a bit of sense, especially for certain Amish communities that are too far from others. Like, you ain't going to get anyone to be converting to the no electricity lifestyle. A lot of them do get mixed up with first and second cousins.
Really?
And ooh, does it show? Now, the interesting facts about Amish, when they have the cornfields up, they are hiding some interesting shit in the cornfields.
What's in the cornfields?
There have been numerous sightings and reports. Shrooms. They will grow shrooms. They will grow pot. Because, again, even from aerial views, it's tough to see those in between all the corn sprouts and shit. And the Amish men, I don't know about the women, but definitely the Amish men, the jokes you've heard in movies are true. They love cars, especially muscle cars. And some will actually buy some and hide them like in their barns and everything.
What's the point of getting the cars if you're just gonna hide them in a barn?
It's something I know, but it's just something however. Now, Rob, have you ever heard of Rumspringa?
I've never heard of that.
Rumspringa is a certain event that happens in a lot of communities where when the omelets, as Weird Al calls them, the Amish kids, when they grow up to be about 18 years old or so, they're given a brief time to enjoy life outside of the community, if you will. So that's where they can actually go into the modern world, where they could go live in an apartment, like work jobs with, like, hey, here's electricity, here's TVs and video games. You could try driving a car, you go to a strip club, like stuff like that. And a lot of them go ham as fuck when they do Rumspringa. And the interesting local story that happened in Lancaster was Amish boys who just started Rumspringa were caught drunk driving on their buggy. And it was riding the horse in the buggy at waving in and out of the lanes. The boys' friends were just riding on the roof of the buggy.
Bro.
It was nuts. And there are some, just like with the muscle cars, who will pimp out their buggy.
Really?
I've seen plenty that have neon lit lights underneath and everything. Like,
Rob, I'll be right back. Hang on 1 second. You guys keep talking. I'll be right back.
All right, do you?
Top-notch, like, upholstery inside and everything. Like, it looked like as if Snoop Dogg was in the Amish country for a bit. Oh, it was styling.
Yo, John, if you're still in chat, listen, we need to go to Amish country real quick. I gotta see this, man. So, like, there's an underground, like, I can't get over this. There's an underground Amish drug cartel or some shit like that.
Not drug cartel.
Not drug cartel? Not that extreme?
Well, that I'm aware of. Because because a lot of this is from either me seeing or me being informed by multiple people. But because I'm an outlander, if you will, I'm not one of them, so I don't know on a first-hand basis. The pot and shrooms, that's true. Muscle cars and stuff, that's true. Drug smuggling, I cannot say. But I've heard my certain share of stories.
Shit.
And the Mennonites are actually pretty chill. It's just Amish with electricity. They still uphold their values. They'll drive their minivans, get the tightest sneakers and everything. But yeah.
Side note, I got a message on Facebook. I would just like to say, yo, what's good, Ben? I like to interact with people, man. It's a good time.
No, it's good to get the proper shout-outs and shit during the show.
Yo, definitely. But, man.
But their cooking is banging. Their baked goods, oof, it's great.
Yo, Amish pretzels. Too good.
Pretzels are good. The whoopie pies are banging, and the donuts, oof.
Haven't had the donuts. I've had the pie though. Pie's awesome too.
I never had
donuts.
any Amish food, like.
Dude.
Their donuts are so cream filled. If you do not prep yourself, you will look like you were in a bukkake video.
Oh man.
Dios mío.
Do they tire? What do you mean, John? And as he responds to that,
He said you look like you're in a Bukake video.
Have you
My
ever
analogy is
spoken
quite
with a female Amish?
Yeah. Oh no, I guess that one was Mennonite. I did go on a date with a Mennonite woman. As for Amish women, yeah, I talked to a fair share and even flirted with one because she was a coworker.
I was just about to say, have you ever stuck your dick in an Amish female? That's
No.
the real question. Why are you slacking?
Why are you slacking?
Boy, trust me. It's how can I phrase this delicately? The chances of that is some Amish women do like the whole outsider perspective. Like, there's a shit ton of love stories based on that.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to it, a lot of them, just because of how they were raised, prefer their own culture. They prefer their own Amish guys. They're Jebediahs and Hezekiahs and like 6-foot-long beards and straw hats.
I mean, I could get a straw hat. I'd fuck an Amish chick, like, real talk. I'd do that shit in a
I
heartbeat.
mean, it sounds like a good idea, but then you gotta think about it. You know, probably not a lot of modern technology, which means that the old school way of thinking, or carry on or what.
Yeah, but if there was a horny enough Amish chick, you, Rob, would probably be having seconds after her cousin, or you'd probably still be having splinters from the wooden hand crank that she was shoving up there.
Ideal meal.
Hey man, listen, if me and Jebediah need a mixed cream, then fuck it. But
Oh.
also, side note, Dad, I just peeped. You said that there'd be a little jungle happening in their bush.
I have to guess so. Think about it.
What's wrong with that? You don't like that?
Like if it's like regular, like it's fair amount, but you gotta think about it. They probably never do. So if you got one that's like, actually, let's just do H30 or whatever. Yeah, man, probably look like your hair down there. Well, I know you have dreads, but I'm talking about when you had an afro, like Orion.
Yo, bro, listen, man. Sometimes, look, I had an Australian friend. And he gave me oh wait, hold on. John said he meant, do they do tires?
I mean, they do wheels.
I mean, yeah, like if you want wooden tires, yeah, sure, I guess.
Wooden tires?
No, listen, man. Like I was gonna say,
it's just funny.
an Australian. We were homies back in the day, and he taught me this, and it stuck by me for the rest of my life. A true Aussie isn't scared of the bush. That's just words to live by, brother.
Wait, say it again?
A true Aussie isn't scared of the bush.
You're not Australian, though.
So? It's still words to live by.
Fair.
It's like, hey, man, listen.
But then again, you gotta take it into account. It's
What's
Australia. They fight rattlesnakes at birth. Like they wrestle with like kangaroos for a living. Like, so for them, like hard difficulty would be like I don't know. I feel like it's just when they do it for over here, it's like normal. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the difficulty over there is just different because it's like all the evil of the world contained on one island, and then the rest of us. That's how I look at it.
Well, still, at the end of the day. All right, so let me get this straight. So you don't like that shit, right?
Wait, living on Australia?
No, not living on Australia. You've never been to Australia.
Exactly. I don't want to.
No, I'm talking about a little bush. You know what I'm saying? A little Amish bush.
Well, that's the thing. There's a difference between a little and a lot. A little, yeah, I don't care. A lot, where, as I said, it's like yours or Ryan's hair down there. Yeah, I'd rather not.
All right, so let me get this straight.
Work.
Let's say using the standard. If J-Lo came up to you, right, and she wanted to fuck, and you pull down her little undergarments, and you see fucking Harlem Globetrotter's hair chilling between her legs. Are you gonna say no? You're gonna say no to her?
Okay, one is J-Lo. I am so surprised that I even got this far. If I backed out, well, I can say at least I got that far. But as far as my answer, well, it's J-Lo. So for that, why not?
It has to be J-Lo, though?
And that's J-Lo. And not every chick is J-Lo.
So,
J-Lo ain't every chick. Not every chick is Jenny from the block.
I could give my opinion.
Go for it. I was just about to ask you. See, I thought I know you. You a real man's man. You a real man's man.
I have no problem, and I'll phrase this delicately for some people who are listening.
No, go right ahead.
I have no problem eating a taco despite how much lettuce is on
it. See, that's a man. That's a man right there. Man of quality.
Hey, I gotta do whatever I can to please her, and if that includes coughing up a hairball afterwards, so be it.
Have fun with that, Garfield. I'm good.
Well, no.
I'm chilling.
Dad, think about it. Think of how rare bushes are nowadays.
Well, we're not talking about average everyday people. We're talking about the Amish itself.
All right. Well, now we're talking about average everyday people.
Okay, average everyday people, which means that they shower on the regular.
Are you trying to say Amish people don't shower? That's got to be some kind of racist.
Seeing as how what? This is racist. No, that's not even racist. They're Amish. Amish people are usually white.
Okay.
I said usually because I haven't seen. Are there black Amish people? Now I gotta Google it. Hang on.
In a way, yes, but it's more through adoption.
Fair. I get that.
Well, at least we know they're not racist for the most part.
For the most part.
John has the right idea. John says, "My ancestors lived in bushes or died bushes. I just want to at least die in a house." So, as I sit here and I read that out loud, and I realize that made absolutely no sense. I think John agrees with me.
I think he does too. It's one of those. If like it sounds better when you say it, but when you type it, you know what I'm saying? No, black Amish person.
What does a black Amish look like?
Let's see what Google has to say about that.
Also, John says I'm correct.
Weirdly enough, I'm not seeing a lot of black Amish people in here. Like, I'm seeing very little, like barely any, honestly. I see one like from a TV show, and they have braids.
Black
like cornrow braids.
I don't even know how to spell Amish. Black Amish.
I ain't gonna lie, low key, they just look like slaves. Like with the way that the Amish dress,
they just look like slaves.
They really do.
Wow.
Oh. Okay, cool. All right.
Wow, it's actually really hard to find. I see one, but that looks like it's from Pinterest.
Yeah, it doesn't look real. It looks like someone's like deliberately trying, not just like they just how they live. Wow, that is strange.
Welcome to the real world. Stay woke.
What are the cool stories you got for us, man?
I would tell you the cancer story, but that's like fucking 30 minutes long. But it's a fun one. That's probably meant for another show.
Mm-hmm. We'll hold it. You'll be back.
Good. I could tell you the sex stories because they were really fucking bizarre.
Go for it. I guess it's just one of those days, man.
I won't give all of them away because I do have to head to bed soon since I got to wake up at 6 in the morning.
Okay.
So you can pick maybe one or two of them. Now you could pick by title. So would you like to hear Accidental Golden Shower, The Bee's Knees, The Cinderella Story, or False Miscarriage at a Burger King?
Wow. Okay. Oh, Dan, you pick one. I pick one.
What was that last one? False miscarriage at a Burger King.
Yeah.
I'm scared but curious.
I want to
the
find
last
out
one.
about the golden shower.
Oof. All right. Well, I will give you the golden shower.
Okay.
No, hold on.
So the golden shower is actually how I lost my virginity.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry. It
That
gets
just
even better.
sounds. that's-
Oh
Continue.
boy.
Sorry. It was through the golden shower at my virginity.
So this was when I was dying of cancer. I was about to get surgery to get one of my tumors removed, I believe. And I met this girl on OkCupid, and a lot of my bizarre sex stories starts with I met this girl on OkCupid.
Okay.
And her name was Chantel. So I was like, oh, I'm going to lose my virginity to a black girl. Cool. And it's not, and geez, this was years and years ago. It wasn't like I had it's more, I live in the whitest Pennsylvania town. Just seeing anyone different, I'm like, this is great. Oh my goodness, she doesn't have Confederate flag on her. Sign up.
Okay.
So anyway, I met this girl, and she was pretty chill. She was a metalhead. She was, anime and shit. We hanged, we talked. She was a Philly girl, so we chilled at some arcade in Philly with her and her very close friend, slash guy who really wanted to fuck her.
Hell.
Yeah, he was one of those. But it was chill, and at one point we were like, yeah, I'd rather not die a virgin, because I was 21 and about to get surgery to get a tumor removed. So she was like, hey, set up a motel, we'll do it. Fuck it, okay. We go to a motel, and it's her and her friend. Because her friend was her ride, so he had to stay, apparently.
Oh man.
And I was like, okay. And we are about to start the deed, and her friend is sitting in the corner. His pants are off. And he is having some fun with himself. As that's happening, I'm just doing my best to ignore him. I'm focusing on her. And everything seems to be fine. To put it lightly, we're doing the deed. She's bringing out her toys. I don't know what was in that bag, but it looked like she fucking robbed a robot assembly line, basically. So she used tools on herself. She tried some with me. And, hey, sure enough, we had sex. It was great. I'm laying on the bed. She's chilling with me. And then suddenly I get this warm sensation on my chest. It's like, okay, I'm like half asleep at this point. And I wake up and I was like, wait, I smell something. Wait a minute.
Oh no.
And she ended up pissing on me. I instantly go. I try and just hop in the shower.
Wait, hold on. I can't have you passing this part. Now, when you say she was pissing on you, Are we talking about full squat on top of you? Like she was standing on top of you and then popped the squat and then just started to unleash her bowels?
No, it was more... She was trying to ride me and then accidentally some went over me. It's like, okay. So I go in the shower. It's like, I got a shower anyway. She's like, hey, if I join you? I was like, yeah, sure. And then that time it seemed purposely because she was standing behind me. It's like, the shower's hot. What's that? And turns out she was just pissing on my legs. Because she just had to go. And she's like, well, we're in the shower. Going to wash it off anyway.
Nah, man. That was intentional as fuck. Both times were.
Well, I ended up learning that she was into some very serious and questionable shit.
It was then he found out.
It wasn't when the beta was fucking cucking himself, beating off in the corner. At that moment, I would have asked a lot of questions. But it was after he got pissed on that it was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should take a second to realize what's happening.
Well, I ended up walking home. It took like a mile-long walk at 2 in the fucking morning. I ended up walking from like the motel to my house because I'm like, fuck this shit.
Oh man.
And again, well, like I said, 21, I didn't want to die a virgin. Going to go surgery soon. I was like, I got to do this, and oof, I regret it. I will easily admit that. However, I did check up with her eventually because I was on OkCupid later on down the line. And I was like, oh, she's active. And me and her talked. And she did a complete 180 on her personality like 2 years later. Really? She ended up popping out twins by someone, probably the guy who was jerking off in the corner.
Oh!
He said you'll always be mine.
Oh no, because I'm sterile, so fuck that. So, she apparently popped out twins, and then after that, because of the twins, she became a born-again Christian.
Really?
Oh yeah, she was big in a Jeebus. And I was like, okay, cool, peace, deuces. I was done. I couldn't even. So that's one of my stories.
It's a very interesting first time.
All right, 11:07. I could tell you about the false miscarriage at a Burger King.
All right, go for it. Go for it. Bring it home. We'll end it on this one.
So I met this girl on OkCupid.
Oh!
I told you, it's just a theme through like stories. And she was a chill woman, and she lived not that far. I would have to pay for rides because I didn't have a car at the time. So I paid for someone to drop her off, drop me off, all this stuff. We hang behind this Christian community center in town, which will play a role in another story. We go behind it where there's this alley of cats. Because of course there is in bumfuck Pennsylvania. We started having fun. We started messing around. And I got to, how can I phrase this delicately? My fingers were woke for a few minutes.
Okay. You were doggy paddling in her woke waters.
I was pretending I was Jim Henson for a moment. So afterwards, everything seemed fine, and we went to Burger King. We ordered some food, and we ate. She was like, hey, I'm going to use the restroom for a bit. I was like, sure. She comes back like 10 minutes later, and I shit you not, this is what she says. Hey, you know when a woman is pregnant, she's spotting in her panties? I was like, no, but okay, go on. And she was like, well, this isn't but I'm bleeding from the front to back end of my panties.
Oh,
I'm midway
man.
through this Angus burger. I'm like, I'm not hungry anymore. Oh, and I also learned during that day that she was 3 months pregnant by some other person.
Yeah, so you were high-fiving Junior, huh?
Maybe. Or I caused Junior's death the way she was making it seem so.
Oh, shit.
So she thought that she was having a miscarriage. So we had to call the ambulance. Now, the Burger King is on the border between Berks and Lancaster County. We are in Berks. However, the piece of shit operator kept suggesting that we were in Lancaster, so they got a Lancaster ambulance to drive an hour to get here, when the Berks ambulance was literally 10 minutes down the road.
Ah.
Yeah. So the whole staff was arguing with the operator, but I had to stand there. She was starting to feel pain in her stomach. So she had to lie down. Well, it's Burger King, so she had to lie down on a table.
Oh, man.
And she's lying down on a table. She is holding my hand in pain. She is in pain. The staff looks confused and unsure what to do. And I shit you not, on this Sunday at a Burger King, all I heard was, "Can I have a number 4 with onion rings?" This whole thing, and these people, the regular just people who were just hungry, were so numb to this that they're like, "Oh, okay, she's in pain, must be having a miscarriage. Reminds me of my cousin." So,
Bro.
I regret nothing. So, as Cletus McGee orders his food and everything, we're waiting. Actually, the ambulance comes. However, the 2 male drivers take their time because 2 like teenage-looking cheerleaders had to walk in and they had to stare at their asses. So, they come in. They take the girl. They put her in the ambulance. She looks at me and she says, "Don't worry, I will let you know when I find out the news." They close the door on her and the ambulance drives away. And I'm standing there alone in a Burger King parking lot. All I could think of is, well, this was a fun first date. Don't think we're having a second one.
I wouldn't.
And sure enough, she called later. And she was like, "Everything's fine. I didn't have a miscarriage. It turns out I just had a lot of cuts and was bleeding in my vagina." And I'm like, "Were you masturbating with a barbed wire dildo before this or something?" Because like,
maybe you didn't cut your nails, brother.
No. My nails were slim. I always cut my nails. Okay, I used to cut my nails. Then I learned certain people love having their back scratched. But at the time, yeah, they were cut, so it wasn't from that. It was still like the most fucked up thing. And last I heard, she popped out the kid. She's doing fine. She lives somewhere in Ephrata, yada yada. Those are 2 of my questionable sexual stories that are just what the fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, don't worry. The Cinderella story is a weird, quick one. And the bee's knees, oof. That's going to be a fun one for you guys.
Well, we'll definitely have to hear them next time, because I'm not going to have you wake up late and then blame me about it.
It's all good. Hey, I'm just giving you guys a tease, if you will, on why you should have me on more often.
Oh, don't worry. We definitely will. But we're just going to end it right here. If you guys think Sean's cool as fuck, his information is in the description and all that. Be sure to drop a like into the video and all that. It really helps with our numbers and all that shit. And yeah, man, this has been a pretty dope chill stream. Thanks for coming on, Sean.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank our sponsors here at the Church of Scientology and the local food market.
Oh yeah, the Church of Scientology and the Freemasons, the Masons.
Masons.
Yeah, the Masons. All right. Stay woke, guys.
Stay frosty. Wow.